Hey yo, it's your boy Ency here. Actually, this video is kind of serious, and I'm just gonna give you a heads up before all this. If you want to skip to EQing vocals and fixing any problems with vocals, I'm gonna leave a timestamp below, and you can skip right to it. But at the beginning of the video, I have kind of like a rant, an existential rant. If you want to be a part of that and you want your mind to like freak out, go haywire, then you can join me for it, or you can skip to the timestamp if you're just here for the info. All right, well, let's get into it then. Just need to do some final mixes on this. It's like a ballad. It's a sad song.
Everything blew up and it left us with scars. I don't really know, I don't know where to start. I've been sitting in the ash, this shit tears me apart. I know is that, all I know is that we will miss you, we will miss you.
So I was just hearing a little bit of too much in the S's. Yeah, this song is sad. I feel like I gotta talk about what it's actually about. I feel like everyone has felt like this at some point, where you just think about, it's like, really, what are you doing and why are you doing it, and why does anything that you do matter? The only thing I really feel meaningful is when I can make people feel something, and this is one of those situations. This whole song is just about, I just have to get it out there. So if I were to KMS, right, I was gone, who would it help? What would it do? Would it change anything? And this is like from the perspective of somebody who cared for me. So it's like right here.
It's like it hurts to say, but I can't help but think it. Was it all worth it? I know everything ain't perfect. What could I have done to make it worth moving on? Just a little while longer, just a little bit further, like fuck sometimes.
Because the whole thing is like, as like meaningless and as unfulfilled as like I could feel or you could feel, killing yourself doesn't help anything. It doesn't help anybody. All it's going to do is make people feel guilty and think that they caused it, or they should have done more when it wasn't really ever their fault. So even if you feel like you've given up, like it doesn't help anybody to do that. Like it's just a bad idea. So I just kind of wrote a song about that, because I've definitely thought about that, because I just don't feel like anything's worth it sometimes. Straight up. For real. So, I mean, this song just gets pretty real. There's a fly on my monitor. What's up, bud? He likes the light. Because sometimes I'm just like, what is the purpose of anything? Like, who cares? You know? If you live your whole life and you live with regret, then it's not worth doing it. It's like kind of like the situation I'm in right now with like my job. Like I work in remodeling homes and stuff, and I thought I would like it a lot more. I didn't, and I don't feel fulfilled by it. I just want to move on. And this whole time I have been planning with music to make something happen. And this just gives me the opportunity to do something I want to do, because I know if I live late in my life and I didn't ever try it, even if it doesn't pan out, then I would regret it immensely. I just couldn't live with myself and never gave it a shot. And the remodeling is something I can always fall back on because I'm good at it. I can make my own business, or I could work for somebody else. I mean, I don't doubt I could do that.
Just a little bit further, like fuck sometimes. Oh, sometimes I think you're selfish, but you just could.
So like there's a de-esser that's hitting every now and then. So here's it without the de-esser. I probably should have played that too. Over here there's more S's, so I'm gonna play it here. So here's no de-essing.
It's so hard to move on. Yeah, don't know what I did wrong. Now I'm writing this song.
Yeah, the S's are definitely hitting me, so here's it with the de-essing.
Selfish, but you just couldn't help it, and I could never get it. It's so hard to move on. Yeah, don't know what I did wrong. Now I'm writing this song.
Yeah. So this plugin is called sweetvox. This is by Analog Obsession. This is a analog emulation that's free on his Patreon. So if you look up Analog Obsession, you can get it and you can donate to him to support him. It's great. I mean, you just turn it on as some really smooth preset or something. Like it really smooths out the S's and smooths out the top end. I mean, you can do it in like Maximus in here, but it takes so much more tinkering. But this gives a really nice result just straight out the box. So I highly recommend this plugin. It sounds awesome. But sometimes, you know, something gets through it. So all I did here was I messed with the S's a little bit. So I'll show you.
Selfish, but you just couldn't help it, and I could never get it. It's so hard to move on. Yeah, don't know what I did wrong. Now I'm writing this song. Now I'm writing this song.
But sometimes like you don't always need like a de-esser. I mean, you can just, you know, EQ it out, because if you really listen to it here, I'm gonna solo this band and I'm gonna show you like really what information's even in this. It's really not that much information in your voice. It's really harsh too. Whereas say like this, I solo the high end. See, I hear a lot more detail in my voice up there. And a solo around like 2000. At least in my voice, a lot of my detail is kind of around 1 to 2 kilohertz. My enunciation and stuff, and the detail in my voice is like it's above like 8,000. My S's are typically around 6 to 7,000. And then like here, here there's actually like some intensity going on there.
Now I'm writing this song.
Actually gonna take it down a little bit.
Now I'm writing this song.
At least for me, they come in really, really hot. That like 600 hertz, so it's probably around like 5 to 700 hertz or somewhere for most people. That's where a lot of my like vowels will come in. They're really like hardening like the O's and the A's and stuff. And they usually come through really intense. So sometimes I like to dip those. The root of my voice is typically in around 100 to 200. I don't really go below that. So yeah, that's about where my voice is at.
Now I'm writing this song. Now I'm writing this song.
I'll just do a little gain compensation, just a tiny bit. I just wanted to fix a couple things with the vocals, and I have some backing tracks that we're gonna go ahead and listen to here and see. We blend them in a little bit better, you know. Now
I'm writing this song. Single tear that shed should've took me instead. We will miss you. Yeah, we miss you.
I didn't know if you heard it, so like on the backing vocals here, when everything came in and it's like that big like or miss you instead, yeah, that kind of thing. It kind of like was distorting on one of the vowels.
Miss you, yeah, we'll miss you. Every single tear that's shed should've took me instead. We will miss you.
So again, that's why I went through and I just took out that kind of range where the vowels are hitting really hard for me. I typically have issues with my vowels. I'd say that's about it. I just need to fix a few things about the mix, not anything crazy though. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the little chat or whatever. You know. Yeah, just keep it real out there, guys. Just do your shit. And just know, like, offing yourself it ain't gonna help anybody. Ain't even gonna help yourself. Just gotta figure out what you want to do. That's the big thing. I'm hoping I'm gonna find that at some point. Hoping I'm gonna find that. I think everyone's in the same boat there, though. Just might not talk about it. Alright. See you guys. Have a good one.
Alright. Even if it ruins